So a few days ago was Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference event, which happens nearly every year, where we get to see new features, releases, and sometimes hardware which we didn't get to see this year, but we did get stuff on iOS 15, which will definitely be a video when the public beta comes out. There's also new features on iPadOS 15 and macOS Monterey, the new release of macOS, and a load of other stuff. So let's go through everything that's happened at WWDC to catch you guys all up. Now, iOS 15 is now officially out there, and first to be announced was FaceTime with a bunch of features. SharePlay is now a feature where you can share content being played, such as shows on Apple TV, which should be able to include YouTube, Disney+, Netflix, Spotify, and other apps. Hopefully you're able to listen to music together and share your screen over FaceTime, and also at the same exact time as the person on the other end in sync, which you can do on Zoom and Google Meet, so it does make sense that it's now built into FaceTime. Spatial audio is just a thing that's being thrown around the whole Apple ecosystem and is now coming to FaceTime. The reason for this is so you can hear voices positioned around you when on a FaceTime call. Portrait mode, yeah, the exact same feature now within camera is now on FaceTime, and with the introduction of mic modes, where you can cancel out background noise with voice isolation and let all the noise in with wide spectrum.
Me too! Let me fix this. Better, right?
Yeah.
That's all she wanted for her birthday.
FaceTime can now be used on Android, well, sort of. With FaceTime links, you can bring people from Android, Windows, and Linux through their browser, but there's no official app coming. But it's actually kind of nice to see those on the Android side for once. iMessage got so hyped up that there wasn't actually many features talked about. There's a feature called Shared With You, where, say for example, one of your friends could send you a link, for example in this demo, a news article from Apple News, where when you open up Apple News, there's a section called Shared With You, which shows you all the news articles that you've been shared through iMessage on Apple News. And this is also carried out throughout Safari, Music, Podcast, Apple TV, and Photos. Live Text takes any image from within the camera or photo, where you're able to copy and paste and select and paste that text anywhere. It worked pretty well, which in this demo you can actually select a business name and call them, visit their website, or send them an email right from that image, and can even intelligently work out what it actually can see. For example, with dogs, you can long press on the image of the dog. Siri will actually work out that it is a dog and even work out the type of breed the dog is, which is actually pretty cool and is much quicker than taking a photo, uploading it to Google Photos, or just using Lens and then having to do it that way. But I can almost guarantee that you will definitely see this feature within Android, and especially within the camera app pretty soon, which they tend to do after these Apple events. Now, if you've ever wanted to keep notifications silent or block out any distractions, Do Not Disturb just got a refresh called Focus Mode, which is actually sick, and you're able to select custom modes on whatever's going on, and this feature has been on Android, I believe, for many years, but Apple's way of implementing and refining the feature just makes it work better within the Apple ecosystem. And that's right, if you've enabled Focus Mode on your iPhone, for example, you can now enable it across all your Apple devices, including your MacBook and your iPad. And this feature is actually tied into messages really well, where your friends can be notified that you've chosen to silence notifications, and if the message is important, they can still break through focus mode and notify you. Now, I'm not sure how this feature could be abused, but who knows. Notifications got a massive redesign, bringing up the most important messages to the top of the notification shade, and notification summary to declutter your notifications in the morning. Apple Maps got refined with new city experiences, which I actually pretty much like, and also brought in a feature from Google Maps called Immersive Walking Instructions, which uses AR to show you where you're going through the camera. And even though Google released this ages ago, Apple just introduced it now, and it seems to work pretty well, and might actually be a better option than Google Maps in my opinion. Continuity gets even better and stronger within the Apple ecosystem, with a feature called Universal Control, being able to move your mouse from your Mac to your iPad back and forth seamlessly. And the thing is, why not even throw in your iMac? You can even drag and drop, copy and paste files and images throughout all your Apple devices. And this is pretty much the coolest and biggest flex which I've ever seen within the Apple ecosystem. And the thing is, who knows how long it might take for Google to implement this with their Chromebooks and on their Android tablets, but guaranteed it will definitely be a feature at some point. But yeah, that's all of iOS 15 announced at WWDC 2021, and there's a whole load of new features such as releases on iPadOS and macOS Monterey, but that will definitely be a separate video when it's available on the public beta, so make sure you stick around for that by subscribing and turning on post notifications down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.